Let's have a continuation sa ating practice tungkol sa ating differential equation that covers the topics from the elimination of arbitrary constant up to the application of first order differential equation. So in here, nasa first order differential equation na tayo. So expect that we will apply what we learned in getting the general solution of a first order differential equation. Okay, so yung mga natutunan natin ng mga separable variable, Bernoulli's equation, and yada yada. Yan ang gagamitin natin dito. Kumbaga kasi, ang point ng practice nito is to at least learn how to be adaptive and learn to try new methods para at least if you think it's more convenient and suitable sa paggamit mo ng method nito, then iba, use it man. Anyways, let's go to the first problem. We have quantity y x minus quantity 1 all over x squared times dy is equal to 0. So dito, mag-iisip na kayo directly kung ano kayong magandang method that I can use here to get a general solution. Para sa akin, I'm going to use, ang tawag nito? Yung ano? I'm going to use, what's this? Yun, separable variable. Yan. Okay? So, since ako gagamit ako ng separable variable, to others, kung gusto niyo mag-try ng ibang methods, sa tingin niyo na mas maganda pa kaysa kay separable variable, sure, there's no problem. It's up to you guys. Kasi overall, this is a practice. So, it's your freedom na rin to get your own method basta tama ang sagot natin. Okay? So, for me, I'm going to use separable variable. So, if you're going to recall, kapag separable variable kasi, lahat ng terms that are at most may variable ng x or kumbaga yung independent variable nila ay x, ay dapat magkadikit yan kay dx. Then on the other side of the equation, ganun din, meron tayong group of terms, pero ang terms na yun ay dapat at most naka-y variable. Okay? Tapos, what do you call this one? Yung mga terms that are at most naka-y variable, kapartner naman niya ay dy. So after that, you're going to integrate them both sides. Yun yung separable variable. So can we do it here in this problem? For me, yes, we can do that. Okay? First, ang gagawin ko is I'll transpose the second term on the right side. Okay? So what will happen? So kung i-copy ko muna yung yung mga ibang terms rito. So y minus 2y cosine squared x. Tapos is equal to 1 all over x squared dy. Ayan. That's it. Then, after that, dito sa, sa kaliwa, sa kaliwang side, meron kasi tayong y on both terms, di ba? So, we have y at saka si y dito sa negative 2y cosine squared x. So, what I can do here is I will factor out the y's in this expression because both of these terms, si y at saka si negative 2y cosine squared x, are divisible by y. So, pwede ko siyang ilabas. So, wait lang, burahin ko lang to. So, mangyari dyan, we will have y times quantity 1 minus 2 times cosine squared of x. Ayan. That's it. Is equal to 1 all over x squared times dy. Okay? So, na yun, what I can do here now is I will transpose this yung naka-y variable kay dy, tapos si x squared dito sa may dx. Okay? So, first, I will divide both sides by y. Okay? So, meron na tayong quantity 1 minus 2 cosine squared x times dx is equal to 1 all over, ayusin ko lang sulat ko. 1 all over x squared times y. Ayan na siya. Then, para malagay ko si x squared dito sa sa dx, ang gagawin ko is I will multiply both sides by x squared para matanggal tong si x squared sa baba. So I will have now x squared times quantity 1 minus 2 times cosine squared of x times dx is equal to 1 all over y. Ayan na siya. Diba? So as you can see, lahat ng terms that are at most naka-x variable ay kapartner ng dx, and on the right side or the other side, lahat ng terms lahat ng terms on the right side that are grouped together that are at most naka-y variable ay kasama ng dy. So yun, we can integrate this both sides. Kaya ayusin ko lang yung notation ng integral. So, ibig sabihin nun, pwede natin silang i-integrate. Okay? Pwede na. Pero for me, para mas madali nating i-solve to, gusto ko tong i-simplify. Kasi itong nasa kaliwa, yung naka-parenthesis, pwede ko siyang gawing in simple terms. Okay? Bakit? Kasi I can make this whole expression, yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, into one trigonometric function. First, ang gagawin ko rito is, I will factor out negative 1 dito. Factor ko dito si negative 1. So, ano mangyayari? We will have quantity x squared times negative 1 times quantity negative 1 plus 2 cosine squared x. Ayan. So, dito, kapag kasi meron tayong negative 1 plus 2 times cosine squared x, this is basically, in other words, cosine of 2x. Okay? So, ulitin ko, negative 1 plus 2 cosine squared x is equal to cosine of 2x. Therefore, itong naka-expression na to, we can just simply rewrite this as cosine of 2x. Ganyan siya. Ayan, that's it. So, na yun, i-simplify natin yung nasa kaliwa. Okay, let's simplify further. Ang mangyayari dyan, we will have the integral of negative x squared times cosine of 2x. Okay. Then, sa kanan, 1 all over y pa rin siya. Ayan. And, para hindi kayo mahirapan sa pag-integrate, ilabas mo lang tong si negative sign sa labas ng integral. So, meron tayong negative, the integral of x squared times cosine of 2x. So, ayan na. We've already simplified this one. So, let's now integrate. So, let's start first with the complicated one, which is obvious na to, yung nasa kaliwa. Ito yun. How are you going to integrate x squared and cosine of 2x together? So, you're going to use integration by parts. Pero para sa akin, for the sake of time dito sa video na to, I'm going to do the shortcut technique. So, ano yung shortcut technique na to? Ito ang tinatawag natin na DI method. Okay? So, dito sa DI method, basically, I'm going to write it here. Wait lang, i-copy ko muna to. Okay? The integral of x squared times cosine of 2x. Ayan. So, basically, ang DI method, ganito siya. D, tapos I. Mayroon kang dalawang column. And dito sa D column, kada row, mag-alternate ng signs yan. So, the first row, positive. The second row, negative. Third row, positive. Fourth row, negative. And so on and so forth. Okay? So, dito, ang gagawin ko is pipili ako ng isang function na i-differentiate ko at yung isa, i-integrate ko. Okay? So, ang pipiliin ko, si x squared sa D. Okay? Tapos, i-integrate ko si cosine of 2x dito. So, bakit ko ginagawa yun? Okay? Because if I'm going to continuously differentiate x squared, magiging 0 yan. Okay? So, let's differentiate x squared. Mayroon tayong 2x. Diba? Kasi differentiate natin, mayroon tayong 2. Kasi differentiate natin yan ulit, meron tayong 0. O, di ba? Ngayon, let's go to the right side. Let's integrate cosine of 2x. So, ang integral nito is 1/2 times sine of 2x. Tapos integrate pa natin to, we will have negative 1/4 times cosine of 2x. And lastly, kung integrate pa natin ito ng isang beses, we will have 1 all over 8 times sine of, tama ba? Yeah, sine of 2x. Ayan. Okay. So what to do after that? Ang gagawin na lang natin is we will multiply diagonally. So paano pag multiply ng diagonal? Multiply natin si x squared dito sa 1/2 sine of 2x, si 2x dito sa negative 1/4, at saka si 2 sa negative 1/8. Remember that yung signs ng d dito ay isama nyo. Okay? So therefore, dito ay positive x squared to. Ito ay negative 2x. At ito ay positive 2. So ito, you will have negative, sabi nating x raised to 4. Wait, mali pala ako. X squared all over 4. Wait, tama ba? Ay, mali. Sorry. X squared all over 2 times sine of 2x. Tapos sunod, plus x all over 2 times cosine of 2x minus 1/4 times sine of 2x. And we're done. Tapos na tayo. That's how you integrate, basically that's how you integrate two functions. Pero ito, first case lang to kapag meron kang function na pwede mong gawing 0 pag nadi-differentiate mo siya, then on the other hand, integrate mo. Ito yung first case sa paggamit ng DI method. So for more information, so let's copy this answer. Okay. So we will have on the left side, we will have negative quantity, tapos yung integral niya, which is ito yon. There we go. Now, let's proceed to the right side naman tayo. Okay? So we will get the integral of 1 all over y. So ito, madali lang to because ang integral ng 1 all over y ay ln of y. That's it. So, ito, i-simplify na lang natin to since kasi meron tayong negative sign sa labas. Okay, kasi nilabas natin yung negative sign sa loob ng ng integral ng x squared at cosine of 2x. So we will have positive x squared all over 2 times sine of 2x plus x all over 2 times cosine of 2x minus 1/4 times sine of 2x plus c is equal to ln of y. Ayan. So ito, you can leave this as your final answer. So there are like few questions that I would like to address. Una is that, bakit pa rin positive si C? Kasi di ba pag may negative sa labas, which is ito yon, di ba dapat all terms ay may ibang signs? Tama. Eh kung ganun, bakit si C hindi siya maiba? Okay? First and foremost kasi, si C, isa siyang arbitrary constant. So si arbitrary constant kasi, ambiguous siya eh. Kumbaga, pwede siya kahit anong arbitrary constant, di ba? Okay. And plus, if you would take a look at this way, kung i-multiply mo yung constant sa isang constant, ano pa rin ang resulta nun? Di ba constant pa rin siya? Second of all, kung i-divide mo yung constant sa isang constant, anong resulta? Di ba constant pa rin siya? So kung i-add o i-subtract mo yung constant sa isang constant, ano pa rin ang resulta? Di ba constant pa rin siya? So therefore, imbes na negative c, why not let's represent the product of negative 1 and c just as capital C na lang. Okay? So, in simple words, kapag meron kang arbitrary constant, tapos i-add mo, i-subtract mo, or i-multiply mo, or i-divide mo, magiging C na lang pa rin siya. Okay? So yeah, that's it. Okay? So you can still simplify this one if you like to. Pero if, kunwari nahihirapan ka na, parang gusto mo ng, mag-rest, okay, parang okay na to. Then, it's up to you. There's no problem for me naman. Okay? So once again, this is your final answer. It's up to you to simplify. Okay? By the way pala, bakit nga pala like, di ba pag ni-integrate mo, di ba meron siyang plus C? So bakit walang plus C si Y on the right side? Well, dapat isa lang yung plus C mo. Pwede naman sa kaliwa, pwede naman sa kanan. Basta isa lang. Okay? Okay? So, ganito kasi yun eh. Pag ni-integrate mo si X, di ba meron kang C dito. Then on the right side, pag ni-integrate mo si Y, dapat meron ka rin plus C. So parang like magkaiba kasi yung C ng X mo, try nating i-represent si C1 as a constant integration sa X mo, at saka sa kanan, i-represent natin si C2 as a constant integration sa naka-Y. Okay? And here's the thing. Kasi 'di ba constant din naman 'to. So kapag i-combine mo silang dalawa, constant pa rin siya, 'di ba? Tsaka kasi pwede man 'to i-add or i-subtract, 'di ba? So ibig sabihin nun, if you're going to add or subtract this one, ano pa rin ang resulta? 'Di ba constant pa rin siya? So kumbaga, why not let's represent C1 and C2 as the sum for C. Yun na lang. Okay? Kasi 'di ba kapag similar terms, ito, meron kang constant sa kaliwa, may constant ka sa kanan, 'di ba i-combine mo sila? And here's the thing though, it's ambiguous. Pwede itong maging negative or positive, it's and et cetera, et cetera. So if you're going to add two constants or subtract them, ano pa rin ang resulta? May expect mo. Constant pa rin siya, di ba? So, it's better to represent yung sum ng C1 at C2 or subtraction nilang dalawa or difference nilang dalawa as capital C na lang. That is why, kapag meron kang capital C, pumili ka, which one would you prefer? Having a C on the left side, which is yung ginawa ko, or C on the right side? Dapat isa lang. So let's have the second problem naman, which is ito yun. So in here, as you can see, we have 4 times quantity x dx plus y dy is equal to x dy plus y dx. So, paano naman kaya to? Pwede ba kaya gamitin natin yung separable variable? Well, para sa akin, hindi, because it's not possible. Okay? Well, how about homogeneous? Kasi overall, malalaman mo naman na homogeneous sila if and only if lahat ng terms ay magkapares ang exponent. So, tignan nga natin. We have x raised to 1, y raised to 1, tapos ito x raised to 1, y raised to 1. O, di ba? So, all of them have the same exponents. So, we can use homogeneous differential equation. So, can we do that? Pwede, no problem. Okay? Pero there's actually one method na gusto kong gusto kong gamitin. Okay, which is integrable combinations. Pero, since yun nga, I've already mentioned na pwede ba to si homogeneous? Well, the answer is yes. So, let's give it a try. Okay? First, ipag-combine lahat natin yung mga yung mga naka-dx at saka yung naka-dy. Okay? So, you will have, ito, distribute natin si 4 dito. You will have 4x dx plus 4y. Ay, teka lang, ayusin ko lang itong naka-plus. Okay, plus 4y dy is equal to x dy plus y dx. So, pag-combine ko lahat yung mga naka-dx sa kaliwa, so we will have 4x dx minus y dx. Then, on the right side, ipag-combine ko yung mga dy dito. So, we will have is equal to x dy minus 4y dy. Okay? Then, after that, I will factor their similar factor. Kumbaga like, ito yung merong dx, yan ang ipa-factor ko sa kanila. So, let's factor out dx here. So, we will have quantity 4x minus y times dx. Okay? Then, in here, okay, i-factor out natin si dy dito. So, we will have quantity x minus 4y times dy. Tapos, ang gagawin ko, i-transpose ko tong expression na to on the left side. So, we will have quantity 4xy times dx minus quantity x minus 4y times dy is equal to 0. And since kasi may negative sign kasi naka-minus to, di ba? So, we can distribute this negative sign dito sa expression na to. So, what we will have as a final result is 4x minus y times dx plus quantity negative x plus 4y. So, na yun, anong gagawin natin? Okay? So, obviously, this is your m, this is your n, kung naalala ninyo. Okay? This is your m, this is your n. Okay? Kapag kapartner niya ay dx, yung parenthesis mo ay si n. Kapag kapartner niya ay si dy, si n ang magiging parenthesis nito. Okay? So, what to do? Okay? Piliin mo which one is simpler. Si m or si n. Pick which one would you prefer. Okay? Because if m is simpler, you're going to use this formula. Okay? Si x magiging v times y. Tapos kung kukunin mo yung derivative nila, we will have v dy plus plus y dv. Okay? But if your n is simpler, okay, kung pinili mo si n at saka mas madali pa siya kaysa m, mas madali pa siya kaysa kay m, you will have y is equal to v times x, and kung kukunin mo yung derivative niya, you will have v dx plus x dv. Okay? So, para sa akin, okay, mas madali pa yata si m kaysa kay n. So, I'll pick this one. You can try n if you like to. Okay? So, in here, okay, let's substitute your x as your vy. So, meron tayong 4 times yung x mo ay magiging vy. So, you will have 4 vy minus y times si dx, meron tayong v dy plus y dv para sa dx, dv yan. Tapos yun, sa n mo, plus quantity negative, si x, ulitin ko si x ay si vy. So you will have vy plus 4y times dy is equal to 0. So let's, distribute. Okay? So ito, you have two parentheses at naka-binomial sila. So you will use FOIL method. So i-multiply muna natin yung first terms. You will have 4v squared times y dy. Tapos i-multiply mo yung mga outer terms. You will have plus 4v times y squared times dv. Next, i-multiply mo yung inner terms, which is si negative y at saka si y dv. You will have negative vy times dy. Tama ba ako? Yeah. Then next, multiply the last terms. Negative y times y dv. So you will have negative y squared dv. Ayan. Ayan, that's it. Ngayon, sa right side, sa second term mo, i-distribute mo lang si dy to each of these terms. So you will have negative vy dy plus, wait, teka, plus 4y dy is equal to 0. Ayan. So what to do? Let's combine similar terms muna. Okay, let's combine similar terms first. So una, tignan natin kung mayroong ka-similar terms si first term. Wala naman. Si second term, similar terms nila, wala rin. Si negative by dy, meron kasi ito, at saka ito, magkapareha sila. So we can combine them. Okay? So we will have, lagay ko rito, 4v squared times y, wait lang, ayusin ko lang ha. 4v squared times y dy, kaya, plus 4v y squared dv minus 2vy dy. Tapos i-copy natin yung mga ibang terms na hindi naman similar or kumbaga similar terms. So minus y squared plus 4y dy. So anong gagawin natin? Let's combine naman natin yung, ay teka, wait lang. Nakalimutan ko si y squared na may dv. Ayan. So ang gagawin natin is we will combine yung mga terms na may y at dy. Okay? Combine natin yung mga terms na may dv tapos mayroong dy. Kasi bala kong gawin dito ay separable variable. So si dy, ilagay ko sila rito on the left side. While yung naka-dv, ilagay ko sila sa right side. So, sa mga naka-dy, I have 4v squared times y times dy. Tapos ito rin, negative 2vy times dy. Okay. Tapos ito, meron tayong plus 4y dy. Ayan. So we have 4v squared y dy, negative 2vy dy, at 4y dy. Ngayon, on the right side, i-transpose natin yung naka-dv, which is ito yun. Ito silang dalawa. So, kung i-transpose nyo sa lahat, transpose nyo to sa right side lahat, you will have y squared dv minus 4vy squared dv. Ayan. Ngayon, ifa-factor out natin yung yung naka-dy at saka yung naka-dv. So you will have quantity 4v squared y minus, wait lang, naka-square to, diba? Yeah. 2vy squared plus 4y. Ayan siya. And here, sa kanan, we will have basically y squared minus, wait, mali pala ako. Wait lang, bakit naka-square yung, forgive me, bakit naka-square to? Yan, okay na. Anyways, negative 2vy plus 4y times dy. Ayan. Ngayon, sa kanan, quantity y squared minus 4v times y squared times dv. Ayan. That's it. Ngayon, let's, since kasi gagawin ko separable variable, how can we group all the terms that are, at most naka-y variable sa dy, and ganun din kay dv, pero lahat ng terms kay dv ay dapat at most naka-v variable or naka-variables of v. So, anong gagawin natin? So, ito, pwede kong i-factor out to, itong nasa kaliwa, by y. Okay? So, we will have y times quantity 4v squared minus, tama ba? 2v plus 4. Okay? Ayan. Natanggal ko si y sa kaliwa. Then on the right side, pwede kong tanggalin si y squared. So, i-factor out si y squared. Okay? So, meron tayo y squared times quantity 1 minus 4v. Ayan. So, what to do? Okay? Una is that para i-group ko yung mga naka-y sa dy dito, i-group ko yung lahat ng mga y variables sa dy, I will divide both sides by y squared para sa dv, matanggal ko si y squared sa kanan. So we will have 4v squared minus 2v plus 4 all over what? All over y. Kasi kung i-simplify mo to kasi, kung ito meron kang y, tapos ito meron kang y squared, ang mangyari dyan, makakancel si y. And at the same time, itong si y, yung naka-squared, mababawasan ng exponent by 1. So you will have y raised to 1. Or just simply y. So therefore, you have y as your denominator. So yun, meron na tayong sa kanan, 1 minus 4v. Pero, wait lang Yan, may nakalimutan ako dv. So yun, meron na tayong quantity 1 minus 4v times dv. Pero meron pa tayong mga group of terms na at most may v variable. So anong gagawin natin? So we will multiply both sides by 4v squared minus 2v plus 4. Okay? So anong mangyayari? We will have 1 all over y dy is equal to, dito naman tayo. Hindi. Mali pala ako. Sorry. Wait lang guys May nakalimutan pala ako. Yes, tama. Imumultiply natin siya, pero 1 all over. Sorry guys, forgive me. So, we will multiply both sides by 1 all over 4v squared minus 2v plus 4. So, meron na tayong 1 all over y dy is equal to 1 minus 4v all over 4v squared minus 2v plus 4. Ayan. So, in here, since lahat ng mga group of terms that are at most naka-y, naka-dy, and on the right side, lahat ng group of terms that are at most naka-v variable, naka-dv, then we can now integrate both sides. So let's start first with the complicated one, which is ito. Paano mo to integrate? Okay? So here's how would you integrate. Pero before that, pwede ko pa itong i-simplify. Okay? Pwede ko pa ito siyang i-simplify. Because if you would take a look closely, sa denominator, meron tayong 4v squared minus 2v plus 4. Diba? So pwede kong tanggalin. Pwede ko i-factor out si 2 rito. So, if that's the case, ano mangyayari? You will have what? The integral of 1 minus 4v divided by, all over 2 times quantity 2v squared minus 2v tuloy, minus v plus 4. Ayan. That's it. Hindi, bakit plus 4? Plus 2 to. Plus 2 to, guys. Sorry. Plus 2. Kasi na-factor out ko si 4. Ayan. So, anong gagawin ko? Tapos, i-factor out ko rito si 1/2. Okay? So, as a result, what happens kapag na-factor out ko si 1/2? So, we will have 1/2 times the integral of 1 minus 4v all over 2v squared minus v plus 2. Ayan. So, let's start by getting the integral for this one na lang. Kaysa pa naman kunin natin yung integral nito buo. Diba? So, ito na lang. Let's get the integral for this one. So, paano? So, we will apply what we learned sa lessons natin sa integral, pero ang given ay partial fractions. Kasi kapag meron tayong ganitong rational expression, what we can do here is we can make it into a partial fractions. Kumbaga, we will decompose them into at most, or hindi naman at most, mali pala ako. We can decompose this whole fraction into at least 2 fractions. So, paano natin gagawin yun? Okay? So, kunin natin yung factored form ng 2v squared minus v plus 2. Kunin natin siya. Okay? Kunin natin yung factored form nito. Kasi ito, di ba? Trinomial or naka-quadratic expression to. So, ano kaya maging factored form nito? So, for me, ang gagamitin kong method for factoring ay, anong tawag nito? slide and divide method. Okay? Yan ang gagamitin ko. So, ang slide and divide method basically, slide mo tong coefficient ng v squared sa constant term. So, meron kang v squared minus v plus 2 times yung coefficient ng v squared mo, 2. Then after that, i-multiply mo silang dalawa, v squared minus v plus 4. Ayan. So that's it. Ngayon, ang gagawin mo is kunin mo yung factored form nito. Okay? So what would be the factored form of this expression dito? Actually, never mind. May mali yata akong ginawa rito. Ano to? Mali pala ako. Alam niyo ba kung bakit? Hindi to factorable. Okay, ito hindi to factorable. So, nope. Mali pala akong ginawa rito. And the same time, kung hindi to gawin natin ng partial fraction, di ba? Why not? Let's do U substitution. Okay? So, let's try to do that. Okay? Kunin natin muna yung part nito since hindi natin kayang gawin ng partial fractions. So, let's get this one. Integral ng 1 minus 4v all over 2v squared minus v plus 2. So, I will let my u as 2v squared minus v plus 2. Tapos, kung kukunin ko yung derivative ng u, I will have 4v minus 1. Okay? Then, don't forget si dv. Then, hanapin natin si dv. So, we will divide both sides by 4v minus 1. We will have, ibaba ko na ito konti. So, we will have 1 all over 4v minus 1 times du is equal to dv. So, mangyayari dyan, we will have the integral of 1 minus 4v all over u times si dv, etong si dv, which is ito yon, we will have times 1 all over 4v minus 1 times du. Ito, pwede natin itong i-cancel itong dalawa. By how? By factoring this expression by negative 1. So we will have quantity 1 minus 4v all over u times 1 all over negative negative quantity negative 4v plus, wait lang, ayusin ko lang ha, negative quantity negative 4v plus 1. Okay? Times du. Ayan. So, anong mangyayari kapag finactorate ko si negative 1? Pwede nyo na itong i-cancel. Kasi ito, this one, okay, is just the same as, wait lang. Is just the same as, times 1 all over negative quantity 1 minus 4v. O diba? In-arrange ko lang sila. Nilagay ko si negative 4 dito, tapos si positive 1 sa kaliwa. Okay? So, times du. So, pwede natin itong i-cancel at meron na tayong the integral of what? Meron tayong negative 1 all over u. So, ilabas ko si negative sa labas. Okay? So, meron tayong integral ng 1 all over u. So, as a result, anong integral ng 1 all over u? This is negative ln of u plus c. Okay? And remember, na si u ay 2v squared minus v plus 2. So, we will have negative ln of 2v squared minus v plus 2 plus c. O, diba? That's how you do it. Okay? So, yun yung magiging sagot natin sa integral ng dv sa kanan, which is ito yun. Okay, which is ito yun. So, copy ko muna to. Okay, so dito we will have this one. Wait lang. We will have this one. Ilagay ko siya rito. Okay. Then, Okay, in here we will have ito, ln of tuloy, the integral of 1 all over y times dy is equal to 1/2 times yung integral nito, which is ito yun. So we will have quantity, quantity negative ln of 2v squared minus v plus 2. Ayan. Okay? Plus c. Ayan na siya. Alright? So, sa kaliwa, let's get the integral for this one. This is so easy. So, ang integral ng 1 all over y ay ln of y. Okay. Then sa kanan, i-distribute lang natin tong si 1/2 dito sa expression na to. So, we will have negative 1/2 times ln of the integral of, the integral tuloy, ln of 2v squared, yan, 2v squared minus v plus 2 at plus c. Remember, kagaya na sinabi ko kanina, multiply mo si si 1/2 which is a constant sa isang arbitrary constant, ang sagot pa rin ay arbitrary constant pa rin siya. Okay? Because overall, constant times constant is still a constant pa rin. So we will have here a c. So you can leave this as your final answer. Okay? Pwede na. Pero may kulang pa rin tayong ginawa. Bakit? Remember that si V, ano siya? Ay, V tuloy. Ano yun? Remember that, meron tayong x is equal to Vy. Naalala nyo yun, di ba? X is equal to Vy. So, that means, kailangan nating hanapin si V dito. Okay? So, since ginamit mo yung M as simpler at saka si X as V and Y, so hanapin natin si V dito. Okay? So, i-divide natin to both sides ng Y. We will have X all over Y is equal to V. So, yan ang isa-substitute natin dito. So, what we will have here is we will have ln of Y is equal to negative 1 all over 2 times, wait lang, ayusin ko lang to negative 1 all over 2 times ln of 2, yung v squared, okay, magiging 2 times x squared all over y squared minus yung v, which is x all over y plus, plus 2. Okay? Plus c. O, diba? Yun na yung magiging sagot mo. And ipag-combine mo si 2 dito sa x squared all over y squared, ang mangyayari dyan is we will have 2x squared all over y squared. That's it. Ayan. So, ito na yung magiging final na sagot mo. Or, we can still simplify this one. Okay? So, una kasi, on both sides, di ba meron silang ln? Una, meron tayong ln of y. Right? Tapos dito, si negative 1/2, by the definition or one of the laws of natural logarithm, pwede nyong ilagay dito sa exponent of this expression. So, magiging ln of 2x squared all over y squared minus x all over y plus 2 raised to negative 1/2. Okay, there we go. Then, itong CC, di ba sabi ko ambiguous to Pwede itong positive, negative, o kahit anong constant siya, di ba? So, we can have ln of C. Okay? Pwede yun. Okay, pwede yun. Pwede siya magkaroon ng ln of C. Kasi ln of C is still an arbitrary constant. Constant pa rin siya. So, we can have ln of C. So, anong gagawin ko? Ito, i-simplify ko tong dalawa. Because ito, if you're going to recall that kapag meron kang dalawang natural logarithmic sa isang expression, pwede mo silang i-combine into one natural logarithmic function. So, we will have ln of C times quantity, C times quantity, 2x squared all over y squared minus x all over y plus 2 raised to negative 1/2. Ayan, that's it. So what to do? Na-combine ko na silang dalawa. Now we will, we will basically raise these two into e. Kumbaga gawin ko silang e raised to ln of y is equal to e raised to ln of c times quantity 2x squared all over y squared minus x all over y plus 2. Ayan. Raised to negative 1/2. So, ano mangyari kapag nilagay natin ng e on both sides? Makakancel si e at saka si ln. Okay? So, what happens is that kapag na-cancel si e at saka si ln, we will have y is equal to c times quantity 2x squared. Wait lang, ayusin ko lang ito. Quantity 2x squared all over y squared minus x all over y plus 2 raised to negative 1/2. So, pwede na to as your final answer. Or, kung gusto nyo simplify, no problem. Remember that, di ba naka-negative exponent to? So, pwede natin siyang ibaba. So, we have c all over quantity 2x squared, y squared, all over y squared pala, minus x all over y plus 2 raised to 1/2. Tapos, i-cross multiply ko si y at saka yung denominator ng c. So, we will have y times quantity 2x squared all over y squared minus x all over y plus 2. Ayan. Raised to 1/2 is equal to c. So, therefore, ito na yung magiging final answer. That's it. That's my that's my final answer. Pwede nyo itong i-simplify pa kung gusto nyo. Wala naman akong problema dyan. Okay? But for me, I'm going to leave this for a moment. Okay? So, bakit for a moment? Because for me, I would like to use another method. Mas maganda pa to kaysa gamitin ko yung homogeneous differential equation formula, which is integrable combination. Okay? So just like what I said, we will use integrable combination. Okay. So ito, para ma-simplify ko lahat, para wala na akong problema and such, why not just pick the convenient method na lang? The most convenient, kumbaga. So, una, recall natin na ang derivative ng x squared at plus y squared ay this is 2x dx plus 2y dy. At kung factor out mo yung 2 dito sa expression na to, we will have what? 2 times quantity x dx plus y dy. Nag-notify yung messenger ko. Teka lang. Okay? So, anyways, going back. Okay, ito yon. Ngayon, how about this one? Ano yung derivative naman ng x times y? Okay, derivative of xy. So, ang derivative ng xy ay x dy plus y dx. Yun. So, ano mangyayari dito? Okay? I can actually use these two, okay, dito sa expression na to para ma-substitute natin ng ito. Okay? So, paano kaya yun? So, first, let me erase those, yung naka-circles at yung mga underlines. Una, sa kaliwa, pwede kong i-factor si 4 by 2. So, we will have 2 times quantity x dx. Wait lang x dx. X dx plus y dy. Okay? Tapos, kopyan ko yung mga ibang terms sa equation na to. And remember, 2 times quantity x dx plus y dy is the same as ito. Diba? Kasi remember, 2 times quantity x dx plus y dy is equal to d of x squared plus y squared. So therefore, we will have 2 times d of x squared plus y squared. Okay? And also, meron tayong x dy plus y dx. Remember, si x dy plus y dx is equal to d of xy. So, we have d of xy. So, ano mangyayari? Okay? So, ang gagawin natin is we will integrate both sides. Okay? So, we will have what? 2 times x squared plus y squared. Bakit kaya x squared plus y squared lang? Kasi pag ni-integrate mo yung derivative ng x squared plus y squared, ang sagot nun is yung loob nito. Okay? Ang sagot nun is yung loob nito, x squared plus y squared. Okay? So, yun. Then, ito, ganun din. Kung i-integrate mo to, meron ka ng xy. Tapos, it's up to you kung saan mo ilalagay si plus c. So, for me, ilagay ko rito si plus c. Okay? Then, after that, ang gawin ko is ilagay ko si xy dito sa kaliwa. So, I will have 2 times quantity x squared plus y squared minus xy is equal to c. So, ito, para sa akin, ito na yung final sagot ko. So, teka lang. Does it mean magkapares siyang dalawa? The answer is yes. Yeah, they are actually. Okay? Pero in different way nga lang. Magkaiba nga lang ng format. So, paano kaya to? Okay. So, does it mean that both of them are correct talaga? So, let's take a look. Divide, distribute natin to. So, meron tayong 2x squared plus 2y squared minus xy is equal to c. Ay, bago muna, I forgot to put pala. Sorry, wait lang nga. This is supposed to be xy. Forgive me, xy to. Ayan. They're actually the same. Try natin to Try natin to kunin. Okay? Kasi ito kasi simplified na to eh. I tried to solve this one pero naka-simplified na to. So how about this one? Let's take a look nga if this could be the same as this one. Okay? Tingnan nga natin. Okay? We have, di ba, y times quantity. Ano yun? 2x squared all over y squared minus x all over y plus 2 raised to 1/2. So na yun, ito gagawin ko. Okay? I-combine ko to lahat ng terms into a whole fraction kasi itong dalawa naka-fraction. So let's combine them into a whole fraction. So magiging y times quantity, ano na to? Magiging 2y x squared minus x times y squared plus 2y cubed all over y cubed. Ganyan na siya. Okay? Raised to 1/2 is equal to c. Then, para matanggal ko si 1/2, ang gawin ko is I square them both sides. Okay? So, ano mangyayari? We will have y squared times quantity 2y x squared minus x times y squared plus 2y cubed all over y cubed is equal to c. Bakit c pa rin to? Kasi kung i-square mo tong si c pa rin ang sagot. Remember, squaring a constant is still a constant. So, therefore, it's better to represent it as your c. Katulad kanina, multiply constant by constant, anong pa rin ang sagot? Diba? Constant pa rin siya. O, diba? So, if you're going to square an arbitrary constant, yan pa rin yung sagot niya. Magiging c pa rin siya. Okay? Because this arbitrary constant represents the what? The constants given in this equation. So therefore, square the arbitrary constant, ang sagot pa rin niya ay c pa rin. Because still, squaring a constant is just like multiplying a constant by a constant. It's still the same. Okay? Tapos ito, by the way, cube to this is cube. Ayusin ko itong exponent ng 3 dito. Ayan. So let's simplify. Ito, makakancel si y squared. Ito, mababawasan ng exponent by 2. So magiging 1 to. So you will have 2y x squared minus x times y squared plus 2y cubed all over y is equal to c. Then, after that, ang gawin ko rito is I will factor out the y in the numerator. So, mangyayari dyan, we will have y times quantity, 2x squared, minus xy, plus 2y squared. Ayan. So, makancel to. Anong mangyayari? Meron tayong 2x squared minus xy plus 2y squared is equal to c. Na ipag-combine ko itong naka-square, we will have 2x squared plus 2y squared minus xy is equal to c. O, tingnan mo. Magkapares nga silang dalawa. O, di ba? See? I told you, just like I told you in the introduction, to start ng video natin, kahit anong method basta tamang ating sagot. Okay? See? Both of them are the same. Okay? So yun lang.